Sandra Allen, Legislative Auditor 3.
Henry Wilson, Chairman of the Wayne County Employees Retirement System.
And I believe we have guests from the retirement system online, if they could introduce themselves.
Good morning, Robert Gurdon, Executive Director for Wayne County Retirement.
And Todd Pickett, Department Executive, Wayne County Retirement.
Did that yesterday.
We have a little bit of a delay.
Did that yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, are we good now? Okay,
Do they need to introduce themselves again? Are they good?
I think we're fine.
We're fine. Okay.
Okay.
What you have before you, item E1, these are the audited financial statements for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2024 and September 30th, 2023 for the Wayne County Employees Retirement System, the defined benefit plan. We will go through this presentation first and then we'll go to E2 second. So if we could have the short presentation for the defined benefit plan.
Our review was based on the independent external auditors' financial.
Sorry, Tequila, can you move your
Microphone.
microphone just a little closer? Thank you.
Our review was based on the independent external auditor's financial report and supplementary information prepared by George Johnson and Company for fiscal years ended September 30, 2024 and 2023. The auditor issued an unmodified or clean opinion. We found the audited financial statements and supplementary information for the defined benefit plan to be complete and thorough. Our review of the report's content noted the following. Total assets increased by $100.3 million or 10.1% from the prior year, driven by strong investment returns at 15.1% in fiscal year end 2024 versus 10.3% in fiscal year 2023. Total liabilities remained stable at $2.9 million in fiscal year end 2024 compared to $3.1 million in the previous year. Liabilities include accounts and contracts payable, lease obligations, amounts due to the plan's broker, and accrued wages and benefits. Total additions rose by $16.8 million, reaching $122.1 million in 2024 from $105.3 million in the prior year. Total additions consist of employer and member contributions, as well as net investment income, excluding net appreciation or depreciation. Total deductions from net position remain consistent over the past 2 years, decreasing slightly from $136.9 million for fiscal year in 2023 to $135.4 million for fiscal year 2024. Both years included a $1.6 million stipend benefit paid to pre-Medicare eligible retirees. The change in the fair value of investments was favorable for the current year, with net appreciation of $113.6 million in fiscal year end 2024, up from $74.1 million in fiscal year 2023, largely due to market performance. On page 5 of our report, there is a table that presents the annual money-weighted rate of return for the past 10 fiscal years. The rate of return for fiscal year end 2024 was 14.64%. Also on page 5, the plan's fiduciary net position rose to 71.99% of total pension liability, up from 64.32% in 2023, reflecting improved investment outcomes, which is a significant improvement compared to fiscal year end 2015. Based on the work performed, nothing came to our attention to suggest that the audited financial statements of the Wakers Defined Benefit Plan, along with the other supplementary information, are not presented in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. We recommend that the OAG's Financial Assessment Limited Review Report of the Wayne County Employees Retirement System Defined Benefit Plan financial statements for the years ended September 30th, 2024 and 2023 be forwarded to the Wayne County Commission for receipt and filing. And that concludes my presentation.
Is there any questions on the defined benefit? And if not, we'll move to the defined contribution presentation.
Commissioner Garza? Okay, no.
Sundry.
Good morning. Our review was based on the independent external auditor's financial report and supplementary information provided by George Johnson and Company for fiscal years ended September 30th, 2024 and 2023. The auditor's report on the financial statements resulted in the issuance of an unmodified clean opinion. We concluded that the audited financial statements and other supplementary information for the defined contribution plan appears complete and thorough. Our review of the report contents noted the following. The plan's total assets increased by $77.4 million over the prior year, from $438.8 million in the prior year to $516.2 million at fiscal year end 2024. Included in the total assets are participant-directed investments, notes receivable from participants, and accounts receivable. A majority of the $77.4 million increase relates to the increase in investment performance for the year. According to the statements of change in fiduciary net position on page 4 of our analysis, total additions slightly increased by $1.1 million from $22.5 million in the prior year to $23.6 million for fiscal year ended 2024 due to higher contributions. Total deductions increased by approximately $6.3 million from $34.3 million in the prior year to $40.7 million for fiscal year ended 2024 due to higher participant distributions and withdrawals resulting from retirements, terminations, and distributions. The change in fair value of investments was favorable for the current year with a net appreciation of $94.5 million for fiscal year ended 2024 as compared to a net appreciation of $47.4 million in the prior year. The net increase in the fair value of investments for the current year is attributable to volatile financial markets and resulting investment performance for the year. In conclusion, based on the work performed, nothing came to our attention that caused us to believe the audited financial statements of the Wickers Defined Contribution Plan and other supplementary information are not presented in conformity with generally accepted accounting principles. It is our recommendation that the OAG's Financial Assessment Limited Review Report of the Wayne County Employees Retirement System Defined Contribution Plan financial statements for the years ended September 30th, 2024 and 2023 be forwarded to the Wayne County Commission to receive and file. That concludes my presentation.
I don't know if there's any comments from the retirement system. Oh, you're
Henry,
good.
do you have anything, Henry, or is anyone online? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Rob Gurdon. Thank you for the presentation, and we appreciate that we're able to come to the committee today and answer any questions that you may have.
Any questions? I don't think we have any questions here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And just in conclusion, I wanted to thank the retirement system representatives for, getting their information back to us timely, and we were able to get the presentation on the agenda today.
Well, thank you for allowing us to participate on Zoom today. We appreciate. Normally we'd come to the offices. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank you. All right, let's move on to the next item and then we'll take one vote. maybe, or no vote. We'll just do what we need to do. Okay, next item, please.
Are we moving on to item 3?
Sorry.
We're
yes,
moving on to item 3.
Item 3.
Item 3, discussion with the representative from the Prosecutor's Office Fraud and Corruption Investigation Unit per Section 73.3A15 of the Fraud Investigation Policy regarding conferring semi-annually with the Committee on Audit regarding completed investigations and recommended improvements to the policy and with county fraud control systems.
This is just our requiring of the prosecuting attorney's office, their fraud investigative unit to come and report semi-annually to the Committee on Audit. So we have representatives from the prosecutor's office and they can, whatever, they can give their report.
Right.
Introduce themselves
Yes,
first.
please introduce yourselves for the record.
Good morning, Madam Chair. I'm Tony Guerrero, Chief of Legislation, Grants, and Community Relations for the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, Kim Worthy.
Good morning. My name is James A. Bivens
Is there a
Jr.
microphone?
Is that better?
Yep.
Okay.
Much.
Good morning, everyone. Commissioner, my name is James A. Bivens Jr. I'm the Director of the Fraud and Corruption Unit. To date, from January 1st to March the 31st, I received 22 emails regarding assistance for fraud cases. However, none of these 22 involve county employees or vendors associated with the county. They were referred to other law enforcement authorities for assistance. This month, I've received 2 emails that will require investigation. One has started, had begun, and it's pending. Another one starts today. Because this is open forum, I'm not at liberty to discuss the investigation reports. And that concludes my report.
Any questions, Commissioner Garza? Okay. And then all the issues we had prior with the email submission form and the phone numbers, those have all been worked out. Everything is,
Those have been resolved. We keep having a problem with the telephone line, but our IT staff is on it constantly.
okay.
All the other problems with emails and so on, that's been solved.
Mhm. Okay, good to hear. All right. I don't have any questions, so you're off the hook. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for attending.
Okay, so never not had a quorum before, so we just what do we do? I move the report with recommendations.
So as the chair, you can remove the report with or without recommendation to full board.
Okay, I will move this with recommendation to full board. So, next item, Madam Clerk.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Okay, there are none. Next item.
G, public comments.
Is there anyone here who wishes to make a public comment to the Committee on Audit? Whether you're here in person or on the phone or on Zoom. If you're on the phone or on Zoom, you can just unmute yourself or raise your hand.
There are no hands raised on Zoom.
Okay, did we get any emails?
No emails received.
Second call for public comments. Third and last call for public comments, whether in person or on Zoom. If you're on Zoom, you can just unmute yourself. Okay, hearing none, next item.
Adjournment.
Without objection, we are now